Imagine waking up without a kidney, taken from you without consent. This is the reality for thousands of victims of organ trafficking. But who fuels this illegal trade, and how can we fight back? Welcome to my channel, Uncovering Injustice, Creating Awareness. Today we are going to be discussing the dark trade of organ trafficking and how desperate people are willing to go in order to save their lives. Traffickers typically target vulnerable populations such as beggars, migrants, and people living in poverty who are often coerced into selling their organs through deception or threats. Once the victim has agreed to sell their organ, they are typically given a local anesthetic, and the organ is removed without any pain medication. This practice is not only illegal and unethical, but it also puts the victims at risk of serious health complications and even death. In some cases, traffickers have even resorted to kidnapping victims and harvesting their organs without their consent. This has led to a number of legal and ethical questions, as well as calls for increased international cooperation to bring those responsible to justice. Brokers are often able to get away with their activities because they operate under the radar and take advantage of the desperation of those in need of a transplant. The third group involved in the illegal organ trade are the doctors and medical staff who actually perform the surgery. Some doctors are willing to participate in illegal organ transplants because of the financial incentive involved. In some cases, doctors have been known to receive as much as $100,000 for performing a successful transplant. The fourth group involved in the illegal organ trade are the buyers, which can include wealthy individuals, celebrities, and even government officials. These individuals are typically willing to pay any price to obtain the necessary organ for a transplant. They often do not ask questions about the source of the organ, are willing to overlook the ethical implications of their purchase. The United States, China, India, Pakistan, and Egypt are among the countries where the illegal organ trade is most prevalent. However, it is important to note that this is not an exhaustive list, and organ trafficking occurs in many other parts of the world as well. The U.S. State Department estimates that between 10,000 and 20,000 illegal organ transplants are performed each year, with many of these taking place in Eastern Europe and the former Soviet Union. In India, an estimated 2,000 people are trafficked each year for their organs. It's mostly in the states of Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Rajasthan. Similarly, in China, an estimated 10,000 people are trafficked for their organs annually. The dark web is a key facilitator of the illegal organ trade. Online platforms provide a level of anonymity and convenience that makes it easy for traffickers to connect with buyers and brokers. The use of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin also makes it difficult to trace the flow of money in the illegal organ trade. Crypto transactions are anonymous and untraceable, making it difficult for law enforcement to track down those involved in the trade. Due to the secretive nature of the trade, it is hard to gather enough evidence to prosecute those responsible. However, there have been some notable successes. In 2012, an international sting operation known as Operation Green Life led to the arrest of several doctors and brokers involved in the illegal organ trade in the United States. Similarly, in 2016, an investigation in India led to the arrest of several traffickers and the rescue of numerous victims. Some of the most disturbing stories involve children abducted, trafficked, and exploited for their organs. In the darkest corners of the black market, even human skin is harvested. Sometimes used in fashion and cosmetic medical industries that operate far from the public eye. In China, credible investigations have alleged the forced harvesting of organs from executed prisoners, especially from persecuted groups such as Falun Gong practitioners. More recently, concerns have escalated, with reports suggesting that the illegal organ harvesting of detained Uyghurs could triple in the coming years. In the United Kingdom, it's the Alder Hey scandal of the 1990s, where children as organs were retained without parental consent, led to national outrage and major reforms in consent and transparency. In Egypt, a 2016 UN report shed light on the exploitation of vulnerable refugees, many of whom were trafficked and forced into giving up organs in exchange for survival. In Brazil, the Pavesi case of 2000 shocked the nation after the illegal removal of a child. Organs led to national awareness and legal reform. And then there's Israel, home to the largest skin and tissue bank in the world. Yet strikingly, it ranks among the lowest globally in terms of organ donation rates. So the question looms, where does all this skin truly come from? See you in the next one.